Hello, I'm Griefdrums, and this is Rainbow Six Siege News at 6. Really? At 6? That seems like a lot of sixes in one sentence. Coming up on today's show, we see the addition of brand new secondary gadgets to the game, a buff to 3 armor operators that we'll be seeing on the technical test server, and a well-known YouTuber hits 300,000. But first, we take a look at operator changes that are coming as part of the mid-season reinforcements. After the announcement that mid-season reinforcements would not continue as normal with large overhauls, we can instead expect to see a lot more balancing being conducted. Yesterday, on the 24th of April, Ubisoft released this. An article showing that the data they have gathered surrounding win rate delta per operator versus pick rate for both attackers and defenders, and these graphs themselves show that throughout Operation Chimera, as with most seasons no doubt, the newly released and buffed operators were just too powerful, seeing operators like Blitz, Lion and Finker rise to the top. Upcoming changes that are soon to be released will hopefully see Lion's close to 100% pick rate in the Pro League diminish. Deemed to be overpowered and not fun to play against, the developers will be adjusting his gadgets so that if a defender stops moving after being scanned, the outline will no longer appear. This is in the hope that if you are detected briefly, it'll be more difficult for attackers to locate your exact positioning. This, coupled with the reduction of 3 charges to 2, along with a doubled cooldown time, means he won't be able to deliver a chain of scans at those crucial moments. Further balances to other operators come in the form of Jaeger's Magpies no longer working on Hibana X Kairos pellets, Blitz's flash range being reduced from 8 to 5 meters along with going from 5 charges to 4, and Ying losing her smoke grenades and instead taking Hibana's Claymore. Instead of her Claymore, Hibana will alternatively be running breaching charges. Other changes include Vigil's cloaking ability decreasing from a 30-second duration to a mere 12, requiring players to be much more resourceful, but developers will also be keeping a close eye on his loadout for the future. The final major item to come from this release was that the LMGs were also deemed to be just too weak, and will be receiving a facelift in the form of a damage increase in a vain attempt to combat the low rate of fire. In tonight's top story, TTS patch notes have now been released, and in an unexpected move by Ubi, the game will see the addition of brand new secondary gadgets. The last time the community saw this kind of a move was for the introduction of impact grenades, which now seems a distant memory. For this round of testing, the game will be seeing the addition of Bulletproof cameras. Yes, you heard that right, Bulletproof. These will be available to operators in place of gadgets such as barbed wire and shields, although details at this time are scarce. With the concept of bulletproof cameras being available to various operators, the current question on this reporter's lips is why would you pick Valkyrie? The only logical method behind this addition to the game would be that they operate under a completely separate guise. Are they throwable? How can they be destroyed? The questions are plentiful and only time will tell. In other news, the devs have announced 1-speed 3 armor operators such as Rook will be getting a speed boost, whilst the 3-speed operators like Bandit will actually be seeing a reduction in their speed. Is that serious? Yeah, no, I know that, but I love playing as Bandit, like zipping around the map. What do you mean you don't care? What? Other poignant information from the patch notes also highlight that the pick and ban system for operators will be tested, and we will also be seeing Echo getting a buff in the form of an additional yokai drone. Like that's going to help, right? I mean, come on, that's not going to increase his pick rate at all, is it? And now for the sport. Week 6 of Pro League was certainly a decisive one as we finally determined the 8 teams who will compete in Atlantic City for this season's Pro League finals. Following their Bright 6 Invitational, both Evil Geniuses and Rogue secured themselves a spot for the finals, defeating SK Gaming and Space Station Gaming respectively. Both North American teams will compete to be crowned Pro League champions of their homeland. Europe also saw decisive games between both French and German teams. Known for their spectacular playstyle, Vitality and 1UP Esports will not be in Atlantic City, whilst Penta and Millennium advance to the finals in order to try and keep the title in Europe. And finally in today's news, the well-known meme content creator and streamer Bikini Bodhi has successfully hit a whopping 300,000 subs on the platform YouTube. So from all of us here at Six Siege News, we'd like to say a huge congratulations and keep up the good work. I'm afraid that's all for today, but stay tuned for more over the next few days. Until then, goodbye.
Say